Hello from the dung heap, everybody. These are my friends. A lot of
Hi,
them.
friends.
There he is. Hi, sweetie.
Hello. Good morning, everybody.
And we're live. Hello. SPTV. Hello again. Hi, everybody. Hey, it's Saturday night. All right. Hey, everybody. So my daughter was here with her family, with her stepkids and hubby, and this is my only daughter, the daughter that supposedly disowned me because I supposedly abused her, whatever. But yeah, she was here to steal my ketchup earlier. You guys saw her, and she had a little message for the trolls with a certain finger, and then she went home and then came back with her family, and yes, we had a nice dinner. But they went bowling and I wasn't in the mood. So I thought I'd just hang out. I was hanging out with the dogs and all that. And I figured I'd pour a big old glass of wine. It's just Moscato, so it's not like 12% or anything. I think it's like 5%. But I figure, why not? Why not? And yeah, so I'm thinking, it's a beautiful night. I'm looking for something dumb to do. It's not dumb though. Hey baby, I think I'll go live with you. So cheers, and Xenu Marlene, everybody. And whatever you got, water, tea, whatever. Cheers to you all. Let's see, looking for there it is. You'd think I'd be able to find it quickly by now, but yeah, so, why not? Why not? All right, so here we are. I'll say a few greetings, and then in all seriousness, I want to read something to you and see what you think. It's on my community page if you want to peek at it. But hello to Hef. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening. Don't commit a sin against YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, please. And that'll let people know that we're live too. So that'd be awesome. Hey, Carrie J, thank you so much for all your support. You are amazing. Just took 2 Tylenol PM. Oh boy. Sorry, I should have warned you. If not, it's okay. You can catch the replay. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yo, real loud to keep Carrie J awake. Hey, Constance June. Hey, friend. Good to see you. Eat more pizza. Hey, David. It's funny. I usually just call you Pizza. Hey, Pizza. Everybody's saying hi to Pizza. There he is. Hey, Joel. I'm so glad you're here. Hope you're having a great night. Good to see everybody. Electric. Oh, just electric boogaloo, not electric boogaloo. Good to see you. Failed pessimist. Just laughing because you are so funny, Failed pessimist. I see your comments in the chats and in the comment section, and I always laugh. Just a northern girl, there you are. Good to see you. Violet Al. Hello. Cami from Canada. There she is. Oh my God, Feral Cheryl. I don't know if you were in the chat today, but when you're saying on the interview with Kelly, guys, you got to see this if you haven't seen it yet. It's amazing. Oh my God, I love you so much. And Kelly did such a good job with the interview. I hope you like it, Cheryl. It's so nice to have. I know she did one with me over a year ago, and it's just so nice to have what she would call a proper edit. It's like a little documentary on your life. It's just absolutely amazing. And it was funny, Feral Cheryl, when you were saying that, people just call me Feral now, and I now I prefer it, so we got to call you Feral. But I was like, can I call you Feral Fawcett? So what do you think about that? I don't know. I just like to call you two things, like Feral Cheryl or Feral Fawcett. How's that? Because you're so beautiful and you're such an independent woman, like Farrah Fawcett was. Hey, Lathonda. Oh my God, you're awake. Hello, good to see you. Jenny Bean. I love that name. And I like the profile pictures. Like, what is it? Is it a jelly bean or is it an owl? So pretty. Love it. Love the colors. Hey, Poet. Good to see you. Julia O'Connell. Hello, hello. James Smith. Hey there. May Danger. Hello, hello. We've got One Love 51,000. Is that it? Stacy, hello. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. That's why I like doing these lives at night too, because then I get to see a lot of people I don't get to see in the mornings. In Rainbows, hello. Good to see you. Honda, your lovely daughter who steals your ketchup as revenge for all the abuse. I know. Yep. She just has a big ketchup vendetta against me. Your mom drinks Moscato. Yeah, I like it. I haven't had it in a while, but Haley was coming up and I know she likes it. So I got it and I had a few sips, but then I poured this big, wonk huge glass because, why not? Why not? Hey, Arkansas Flamingo. Hey there, friend. Good to see you. Yes, Zine and Marlene. Sparkling Cranberry. That's good, half, because you're not a lush like me sometimes. Hey, old Frizz. Hey there. Constance June, did I say hi to you? What? You're in Moscato too? Yes. What'd you call it? Moscato. I love it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Cheers. May Danger. I love that name too. May Danger. Rabbit Flea. I love it. Susan P. Rabbit Flea and Susan P. And Janetta. Hey. So last night I decided to try doing a live stream just from my dining room, and it was like, what do you call it, vertical, and I just thought I'd try it. And then I was on for like 2 hours, and then I decided to make it. Didn't make it private, but I ended up making it for members only because it was a little personal, a little embarrassing, and I don't know. It was just very very intimate. Like I was behind my I have two of them, but one of my china cabinets, one of my hutches, and I was in my dining room, so I was surrounded by all this stuff that Duncan's mom had left to the family, and in front of me was this beautiful antique dollhouse. So I ended up showing everybody all my stuff. So yeah, so I ended up making it for members only. But so if you're a member, you can check it out, or if you want to become a member, it's $2.99 a month. But yeah, I'd love to show you that. Ex-witness Verna's comment is Mike Render's cancer worsening. I really don't know. I honestly don't know. I know that he stepped down for health reasons, and honestly, that's really all I know. Sorry about that. I wish I knew more. Hey, Cat K, my pearls, not wine. Where's your cigar? No, I did. Some of you may know I did quit cigarettes. It'll be 6 months in a couple weeks. So yeah, but no, I was never into cigars. No, sometimes my kids would sometimes like slip me what are those called? What are the little skinny ones? I forget what those are called, but I didn't like those either. But and I don't think they don't smoke those anymore. Those are kind of gross. But yeah, you're gonna drive the haters out of their mind. Well, I'm so glad. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for saying hello. I love it when lurkers come out and say hello. And yeah, cheers to the haters. They're already got their panties in a twist, so whatever. But last night I would think I was drinking light beer, and because Friday night, and behind me was all this china and stuff, and I was like, and Duncan had done some really nice trim and wallpaper in the dining room, and I was like, eat your heart out, AA Ron. Because I had a fancy setup last night. James Smith, Feral Cheryl on the cans is an all-time favorite short. I share it out every once in a while. Always get a ton of likes. That's awesome. You know what, guys? I think I left my little fan in the other room last night. If you don't mind, I'm actually gonna go grab it because I'm having a hot flash. So I will be right back. I'm really sorry about this, but I will be right back. And Giorgio, if you wanna come up and entertain everybody, you can. He's like, no. All right, I will be right back, I promise. All right, sorry about that. I've been doing much better with the hot flashes, but I really need this tonight. I thought maybe it was alcohol, but I haven't had that much yet. So I only poured like up to there. So yeah, but here we are. Oh, I already got some starred. Yeah, thanks again for the super chats. Really appreciate that. And the scrapbooker, hey there, member for 7 months. Thank you so much for being a member for 7 months. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. You as well. So glad you're here. Lathanda, your lovely daughter steals your ketchup as revenge. Yeah, I already read that, but I thought that was cute. Thank you. Oh, I need the string lights. Yes, I'll do that for Christmas, I think. Christmas decorations are coming up. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. You know, the ketchup revenge abuse thing will never leave you, right? How great to have a little fun through all the troll and hate BS. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, whatever. And someone sent me a screenshot today of the troll saying, don't say anything, don't give her any material. Well, guess what? Let me tell you something right now. I've got plenty of material, believe me. I can just keep going and going until they cut the shit, until the cows come home, whichever comes first. Hey, Quirkalophagus, thank you so much for being a member for 7 months. Great to see you. Again, I love doing this at night, and then I get to see so many people I haven't seen in a while. Happy Saturday night, everyone. Yes, yes, yes. Stacy Toms. Yes, how's the cabin coming along? If you go to Freeze and Eagle, it's my hubby's channel. He's been putting up videos, and I will gather some pictures and we'll do a little show and tell soon, but it's getting there. I don't know if he did one today, but he had a lot of help to kind of clean up my sister, my daughter and her stepkids and her hubby came up and helped clean up the whole site, and they're working on the other side of the house, the roof. So there's like really pretty, like a hunter green architectural, yeah, is that how you say it? Shingles. So it's gonna be so pretty, and they're hoping to get it closed in before the snow flies. So the next thing after the other side of the roof will be the windows. So it's gonna be wild. Oh yes, remember for 5 months. Thank you so much. Yes, you all get those little, what do they call those? Little recognitions or little free super chats. Love it. Oh, thank you so much. Love you too, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Thank you for being a member for 7 months. That's amazing. Wow, I can't believe it's been 7 months. Thank you so much, Stacy. Love you. So glad you're here. Ex-witness Vernon question: do you think Osa watches your videos? That's a good question. I really don't know because, like, I don't feel really qualified to, to make that call. But I'm sure they've seen some of them. I'm sure they're aware of me. I guess I'll say that. I don't think I'm all that important in the grand scheme of things, but I've gotten the attention of the trolls, and some of them used to be ex-friends of mine, so that's no surprise. I do firmly believe though that OSA, uh, their little bots and trolls. I think they do come into the chats. I think they come into the Reddit posts and all the other, little things like I don't know what else is there, Facebook groups or whatever to stir up trouble. I do believe that. Yeah. Rabbit Flea. I'm an ex-JW and you've mentioned the cult you were in was similar. Was your cult originally affiliated with the founders of Watchtower Bible and Tract Society or one of its other? So, no, it wasn't, but it is very similar in the fact that I would call it like a doomsday cult. It was very much focused on like being separate from the world, about Armageddon, like very strict, very fundamental. We also, on top of what Jehovah's Witnesses believe, we believed in like casting out demons, speaking in tongues, a lot of charismatic stuff, and also I don't know if you've heard, which actually is very similar to the Jehovah's Witnesses, this very authoritarian, top down belief of like the umbrella of authority. Because my cult leader, Marlene Sweeney, like to say her name any chance I get, she actually prescribed to a lot of the teachings of Bill Gothard, who is the founder of IBLP, which you may remember if you know who the Duggars are, the 19 and 21 or whatever and counting, too many kids and counting, that they also was part of that cult. And it's like basically it does have a headquarters, but it also has tons of materials that they sell, and that's what we studied, a lot of those materials. So Susan Cook, never make a mama bear mad about her kids. She will have you for lunch. Yeah, it's been a very emotional week, guys. I won't lie. I've been mad and sad and frustrated, and now I'm still mad and sad, kind of, but I'm also very determined. And I've been going on, I think, an average. Has it been twice a day, George, for the past few days? Poor George. Thank you so much for your help. Oh my God, I feel so bad. But yeah, I'm very tenacious when I put my mind to something. So I am going to read an open letter that I just finished. I put it on my community post. You can read along from my community post, or I will actually put it up as soon as I get caught up a little bit. And yeah, I'll read it to you and we'll talk about it. Okay, let me catch up here. Where am I? Philip Pessimist. I wish Christy and Mike and the kids all the best. Absolutely. Absolutely. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I really do. I don't wish any ill upon Mike. I hope he gets better. I really, my heart goes out to Christy and the family, and I don't wish them any ill at all. I know that. I really, yeah, I feel for them. I really, really do. And I hope they're okay. Oh, an appropriate half is Osa. Yes, you are. You're Osa, and you have like a whole like clone community or something, clone colony. We gotta have some more fun with that one, I tell you. Old Frez, gotta admit, Marilyn, looking forward to seeing baby reindeer's email. All right, I might read it. I've been kind of debating, but I'll hold back for another day or so because I'm hoping that the Aftermath Foundation will do something about it. But I have tons of stuff, and she did publish part of her email in my response. Stephanie did, so I don't feel bad reading her email, but it's just so unhinged and so disjointed and terrible and just evil that I don't know. It's like, number one, it's like so awful. Like I just kind of scanned it. I didn't like, read it, but it was like, oh my God, it was just over the top, so awful. But the thing is, like, it's also very sad. Like, I almost feel like I'm witnessing a complete meltdown, and I've never seen anything like it. It's just like it's just so like there's kind of a back away moment, like, oh my God, this woman needs help, you know? And I did mention that in my letter that I will read to you in a few minutes. Lathonda, we went spice shopping. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I would love to do that. Spice shopping earlier. I got some tasty, spicy Indian snacks to go with my wine. Well, Zena Marlene to that. Wow. I got some. Well, I went to the country store down the street, and I got this mix, that snack mix I love. It's like, I think it's like an Asian thing. It's got wasabi peas, sesame sticks, some kind of spicy peanuts. What else? I bought some extra stuff of those sesame sticks to throw in. And then I bought some, for some reason, I don't know, I thought it needed something sweet. So I bought some pineapple, like a dried pineapple, threw that in there, like candied pineapple. I don't know. It seemed to go for me. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't, but it tastes good. But Duncan told me, which I never knew this, that we live in Bennington County, very far from the actual, Bennington, but I knew that there were Mennonites in Bennington, the way north, the outskirts of Bennington. But I didn't know that they actually have a luncheon place, kind of like the Yellow Deli, I guess. But I'm gonna go check it out maybe this week. And I probably can't bring my phone in there and film them, but I would like to, film the outside and maybe like take notes and, see. I know they probably won't let me film them, but maybe even, see if there's any kind of law about, I can't remember if Vermont is one party or two party, but I mean, I don't want to invade their privacy, but I am very fascinated. And Duncan said that the food is really, really good. So I would like to check it out anyways. And yeah, it's, I feel like I have respect for them, but also they are a little bit culty. And we, when I was homeschooling, I did get some of their materials for my kids, and it was kind of weird. Like, looking back, I'm like, the stuff that we had some Mennonite materials, like homeschool materials, and some of them were very like weird and a little oppressive. So yeah, very strange, but whatever. Hey, Rabbit Flea. No one can shut down this channel. Too real, too honest. Even if we're all just crocheting. That's right. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you so much for being a member. And we've got, Catherine. Thank you so much for becoming a new member. Awesome. I got a new cub. I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Violet L is a member for 7 months. I think I already said that, but thank you again. I think that's awesome. And I love the spice shopping. That's amazing. Oh, Stacy Times. I didn't know that. My dad is a JW elder. I thought you were ex JW, but I forgot that. My mom and I are non-practicing Catholics. And yes, mom and dad are still married over 50 years. Wow, she's still not a JW, nor am I. Wow, that's wild. Like, why do you think that is? Do you think that he's in a congregation that's a little more lenient, or that's really interesting? Yeah. Cammy, you would think that Stephanie's husband would care enough to get her some help. Yeah, or at least, appeal to her to stop doing this. It's just not healthy. Oh God, you're gonna make me sing this. I got hairs, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control and the power of this one. Okay, so I thought you would add more. It's electrified. Love it. That's so funny. Hey, Tampa A. Good to see you here. Hey, Jennifer. So good to see all the night people. Talking about the night, folks. Oh, Lisa. Hey, Marilyn. You look so pretty. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think where I got this. I think I got it on Amazon. But yeah, it's very comfy. I have like a blue one too. Glad you're here, everybody. What else am I missing? Hey, Kenny Kenny Adcooks. Hey there, Doug. Hey, Doug. Marilyn Osa has seen you. I know who you are. Oh God. Yeah, I'm not really afraid of them, but it's kind of funny to me in a way. But yeah, I'm sure they've heard my name sometime. Just because anybody that is friends with Aaron in any capacity, I'm sure is a target to a degree. Holly Lewis, for Mike Rinder, I do hope he pulls through and conquers this cancer. I remember making a short video for him back when Denver Steve put that video collage together for him. Absolutely. So many of us did. And yeah, I was actually on that stream when he first played it. And I think Mark Headley, Mark Fisher, maybe, and I can't remember who else was on with all of us, Nutty Never Ends, that were doing I think it was the second chatathon we did. The first one was for the Aftermath Foundation, and the second one was for Mike's cancer. And so many of you donated and came on and did clips for, I remember Sinfully Good. Oh my God, so many. Laura Font and her little kids. That was so cute. Yeah, it was really nice. And you know what? Steve-O, God love him. I don't hate the guy. I am sad that he's kind of gone to the dark side, but what can I do? I do wish him well too. I really wish Steve-O well. He's talked about some pretty serious health problems, and I don't wish any ill on him, and I really hope he gets better. I really do. So there he is. There's CO Bill. Warning, OTA remote viewers have spotted inappropriate heifer at CC Dining Hall Taco Tuesday. Wow. Yeah, but there's so many of them. We don't really know. We're going to have to start numbering them. Yeah. Oh my God. You guys are funny. Hey, Misty. Misty, that's me. Hi, you. Wish you lived closer. We could hang out. Introverted. I think I would have so much fun. Love you, girl. Aw, that's awesome. Yeah, maybe we can FaceTime sometime. Yeah, I don't know where you live, but yeah, maybe we can chat. Have Bill, I prefer fajitas, right? Not tacos. Thank you very much. That's right. Oh my God. Stephanie Hutchins is a lot scarier than Osa. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why my eyes are kind of blurry tonight. I don't know if it's because I'm tired or what, but I'll just make it better with wine, right? The new Marlene, everybody. That would be fun. Okay, yeah, email me. We'll hang out. If not in person, we can do a FaceTime sometime. Okay, so let's do this thing. We got one more starred for now. Hef says, one of the only time I cussed in front of my dad was when I got electrocuted by his old fan cord. Oh, be careful. Did you get in trouble for cursing? Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's read this. So I wrote this tonight, and I tagged the Aftermath Foundation. I hope they see it. I know some people that are in touch with them, so at least one person, and hopefully I can get this to her and she can make sure they see it and hope for the best. So thank you, Lisa in Brooklyn. Is that what it is? Doug will be cheering you on. Oh, I miss Doug. Thank you. Hey, Lori Plays. That's okay. We're just hanging out. We're just doing some Xena Marlene's because why not? And you haven't missed much. I'm about to read the open letter that I wrote to the Aftermath Foundation. And all of you are welcome to comment on that and like it if you can, if you like it. And also write your own, no harm in that at all. So one sec, guys. Just gotta clear my throat, grab some water. Okay, here we go. Let me refresh this. Okay, so we got 13 comments. So it was about an hour ago. Okay, so it says, open letter to the Aftermath Foundation to Claire Headley, president. Dear Claire, as you know, I am a cult survivor who has benefited greatly from hearing your survival story and the stories of other survivors of Scientology. I was a big fan of the Aftermath show and a supporter, donor, and fundraiser for the Aftermath Foundation. Unfortunately, that all changed about a year ago. As I've stated many times, I never challenged the Aftermath Foundation's right to remove ASL, Aaron Smith Levin, from the board. What I had and still have an issue with is the treatment of the public, stakeholders, donors, and survivors. The name calling, going so far as to hire a lawyer to name call, dodging questions, deflection, and silent treatment was and is very unprofessional, to say the least. I had lengthy correspondence with Mike Rinder regarding these issues. While he recognized that some of these concerns were valid, he was really only interested in presenting a never-ending laundry list of personal grievances and slanderous accusations about Aaron Smith Levin's personal life, which was none of my business or concern. This focus on tearing Aaron down and outing him about his marriage and his extramarital activities was then perpetuated by Stephanie Hutchinson's endless rants, investigations, and accusations, which continue to this day. She has her own independent OSA-like op going on. Her quote fact-checking style is very much like the stalking and harassment. There's a typo I'll have to fix. Stalking and harassment practices done by Scientology and their private investigators. I actually feel sorry for her. She is obviously not well. Last spring, I did a series of videos about the Aftermath Foundation and its board members in an attempt to give constructive criticism with the hope that maybe something would change. While I was met with stone cold silence by you and the board, a host of trolls led by Stephanie Hutchinson, members of PTS the Discord, such as Pete Jensen and Michelle Carpenter, Liam Burke, Ding's XY. Remember, Ding's XY was another person that was thanked. And it's also a Discord troll. Reddit and Abby James, aka Mrs. James, or Mrs. J, anyways. Apostate Alex's moderator continued to troll and slander several Scientology survivors, and any of their supporters. When another charity to help people leaving Scientology was announced, it was discovered that the YouTube handle SBTV Foundation had been already taken by malicious trolls. I had long since given up on doing videos about the Aftermath Foundation, but in the past 6 months, it's been nonstop malicious videos about me and others coming from this site, from these nameless, faceless cowards. Until that is, their need for clout and recognition got the best of them, and they started to slip up and show themselves. Surely you know by now that the dots have been connected, and there's many receipts, evidence, and voicemails connecting that channel and other hate sites to Pete Jensen, Maria Martin, and other, quote, super fans of the Aftermath Foundation, as Mark calls them. These are some of the same individuals who you recently thanked in a live stream for helping with your Littlest Orc project, accidentally revealing their identities. This all came to a head for me this week when the fake SBTV channel, super fans of your public charity, did 2 videos about me and my children. Sorry guys, like it gets me every time. And I'm trying to be strong because I don't want to let them see me cry, but it's fucking awful. Sorry. Where was I? This all came to a head for me this week when the fake SBTV channel, super fans of your public charity, did 2 videos about me and my children, calling me a child abuser. They are still there if you'd like to view them. They look very much like the Scientology hate sites, which are used to harass and defame you, Mark, Mike, etc. I'm writing this letter to ask that the Aftermath's official Oh, I'm writing this letter to ask what the Aftermath's official position is on working with individuals who publish hate videos and articles about cult survivors. Do you think this is a good look when you are asking parents to come out of the cult? Wouldn't they be afraid to be called child abusers by your fans? It's time to speak up and speak out about the abusive practices, not only out of Scientology, but also of those who claim to be on the side of the victims of Scientology. I trust you will do the right thing. If and when that happens, I will certainly commend you and make it known. Hell, I may even donate to and promote the Aftermath Foundation again as a goodwill gesture. In the meantime, I will continue to defend myself, my children, and my friends against your super fans until and not before these attacks stop and or the Aftermath Foundation condemns and distances themselves from these hateful trolls. Thank you for listening, and thank you in advance for your help. Sincerely, Marilyn Honig and family. And actually, I'm going to read some of the comments because I think, it's great to get input from the community. So I'm going to refresh it in case there's any new ones. And let's see. Okay. We've got Mama Ray Ray. Marilyn, this is so well written. I stand behind you and your family. Love your channel. Thank you, Mama Ray Ray. Thank you for standing behind us. Tanya 278. Great letter. I hope they do what's asked of them. Unfortunately, I don't think they will. Well, one can hope, right? They don't care for anyone themselves. Admitting what's been going on will be admitting guilt. Only my opinion. And they would never do that. Again, only my opinion. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope they prove that they aren't the people that everyone has thought over the past year. I hope that they realize speaking out only shows strength and not weakness. Speaking out shows that they do care for others and not only themselves and their reputation, although that hasn't been great the last year. Come on, prove me wrong, Claire and Mark. Do the right thing for once. Absolutely. Thank you for that. I really hope so. Kat K, I think you're in the chat. You go, Mama Marilyn. Thank you. Beautifully written. There are hundreds of us that stand 10 toes down with you and Aaron. Thank you. I love that. Vicky C, 5237. Good for you, Marilyn, as always, fighting the good fight. Thank you. And you all are too. Sue D, 8426. I hope they listen to you, Marilyn, and take the appropriate action for the good of the ex-Scientology movement. Yes, this is an opportunity for them. It really, really, really is. And Doug, thank you, Doug. Very well said. Thank you so much. Laura, God forbid they ever admit to doing anything bad or wrong. It's their Scientology showing. They'll always think that they are better than all of us. Remember, Claire and Amy were also high ranking, and they seem to have never left those positions. Wholeheartedly agree. It's a cat. Yeah. Well said. Thank you, Kimberly Gabaldon. Love you, Kimberly. So glad you saw this and commented. Thank you. Cooler by the Lake. Great effort, but I'm not holding my breath. Yeah, me either, but I hope so. A Melody says, well, Poppy the Boxer, well written. Thank you. But unfortunately, I think it'll land on deaf ears. Well, you know what? That's okay. Oh, thanks, sweetie. Appropriate half. Great job, babe. Thank you. And you know what? I got all the fucking time in the world. I do. And they, it's not a threat. It's a promise that I'm not going to give up. The thing is, they have everything to lose because I have it on good authority that they're kind of hurting, right? They are trying to get more donations. They're trying to clean up their image. Is this going to help? No. They've got to do something to clean up their image. They've got to do something to like appeal to more than a tiny group of super fans that obviously either they're independently wealthy or I don't know what, but they're sitting on their duff all day attacking me, my family, Aaron, all the second gens, anyone who likes Aaron. They're tearing down their own nonprofit. They are destroying a charity that had $250,000 at their disposal, at least. At least. And now they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Why? Because they insulted all of you and called you all names. Fuck that, you know? Unbelievable. Hey, Marisa, love ya. If you're trying to text me, I'm here. I'm doing a several day. What is this? Part 7? I don't even know. I totally lost count. But I'm doing like a good old fashioned sit in, and I've got some wine, so why not? You know, why not? Why not? Oh, anyways. So I'm gonna go through some of your comments. Seal Bill, they read open letters. We know they read Dave Litton's, that Echoplex guy. I know that Claire sees her emails. Yeah, I will actually send it to it in an email as well, just to make sure she sees it. Phil Pessimist, I wrote Claire an email with my name and all info on it last year and never got a reply. I was a huge fan and bought the book, hoodies, Davy Doll, donated to Mike and Foundation many times. Yeah, same here. And I know that Sarasota Jerry sent an email last year, and he sent an email a few days ago. And as far as I know, he hasn't gotten an answer either. It's just pathetic. It really is. But you know what? They made their bed. They can lie in it if they'd like. And they can align themselves with all these trolls. It's just going to hurt them. You know, that's it. And that's what they can choose, you know. Field pessimist Mark needs to do a spy files on his own followers. Yeah, exactly. But I think Aaron did a pretty good job at presenting the receipts, and I'm doing deep dives. I'm doing deep dives every day, guys, you know, until Kingdom Come here. So for this, yeah, you don't fuck with my children. You don't. And yeah, I got all the time in the world. So until something changes, you know. Oh, thank you, Stacey. I know. I have such a soft spot for my kids and for anyone's kids and anyone's family, you know. Hey, Marisa, CO Bill, you are preaching facts. Yeah, he's got his shit together. He's the history. He's very well versed on all these like trolls, like Dave at Ecopla. I didn't even know who he was. I had heard of him a little bit, but I had no idea until Bill told me about him. You do know the history of the scene, absolutely. And I am really shocked. If you go to the comment section from today, when I was talking about the UK, I was talking about, Abby James, aka Mrs. J, about Liam from the PTS Discord, and Apostate Alex, who is surrounded by these people and refuses to distance himself from them. Yeah, we talked about the fact that he is not the most wanted SP. He doesn't have the corner on the market of fighting Scientology in the UK. He's very green. And you know what? He loves Scientology. At least he did very, very recently. And he tried to get back in. They let him back in. And then they kicked him out for a second time. And now he's pissed. And okay, we all established he's done some good work. Okay. Everybody put a 1 in the chat, and we all established, this was earlier today for anyone who didn't see today's, we all established he's done some good work. Okay. But that doesn't mean that he hasn't done some bad work, and that he's not harboring and defending people who are doing bad work, like Mrs. J, the disgusting things that she's putting out there. And Liam, I mean, come on. He said at the very last minute, and he deleted it. So maybe it was a lie. I don't know why he would delete it, but he commented on my community post, and he said, well, as I said on the live, I had only streamed with Liam once. So what does that have to do with price of beans? Right. Whatever. So, and then he said, as far as I know, he's not leader, the head of what is it, PTS, the Discord anymore. Well, I'm not aware of that. Has he made a statement? Has he condemned that? Has he renounced it? Has he apologized to all the people he hurt or that he allowed other people to hurt? Not that I know of. So as far as I'm concerned, he's still culpable. He's still guilty. And his next upcoming stream, not sure when it is. Check it out if you like. It's breaking the whatever. It's on my community post, and it's on the post or the live that I did today. And his next one is with that Dave from Echoplex, who I played a clip from the SPTV Fake Foundation channel, and he was trashing Nora and Aaron and Jamie Mustard and a whole bunch of the second gens. So that's who Alex has one small degree of separation from, is this Echoplex guy. Oh, Allison, hey Allison. If you rewind, maybe I don't know, what do you think, guys? Like 15 minutes if you want to read or you can actually look at my community post. It's mostly about the open letter of the Aftermath to the Aftermath Foundation. So hey, Kate Delight, good to see you. Paula Candeloro, good to see you. George Massey, if Claire refuses to denounce the trolls, her silence will sign her approval, and she will have to own that. Yeah, and you know what, George? Like, hey, I would be into. I could be put it on my channel, your channel, whatever, doing a proper edit of this whole saga. What do you think? All right, because there's so many receipts and so much crap that it would be good to put it all in one place. Why not, right? Why not? I see him with his glass. Hey, Stephanie. So sorry this is happening to you and your children. These people are creeps. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, they really are. But it's, now that I know who they are, and I suspected it all along, but now that I know for sure that Pete Jensen's involved, I'm almost positive that Michelle Carpenter's still lurking around. I showed receipts the other day when I did a stream about Pete Jensen. I showed some screenshots about when he streamed with me and Michelle and another woman who is an ex-Scientologist. And yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild to go back and look at it. George Massey, if Mark and Claire pull the plug on the trolls, they risk them aiming their fire at them. What a tangled web they wove. Well, I'll say the same thing that I said. I don't think that they would, but I'll say the same thing that I said to Alex, is like, if that happens, I got their back. If they do the right thing, all is forgiven, and I got their back. I'll go after them. I'll go after them till kingdom come. I don't care. I don't mind. Failed pessimist. Claire was number 3 in the cult, and it's very hard to shake that. She is a great wife and mom and has done a lot of good. She does slip back sometimes, though, and when she did with Aaron, I left. Yeah, me too. Yeah, and I know that deep down she knows right from wrong, and she can do this. She can do it. Laurie plays. The thing is, the trolls will end up with no one on their side. And once they don't have creators looking for them, they'll shrivel up and die. Yeah, you know what they'll do? They'll do what they've been doing all along, is like Michelle came from the anti-MLM community. She was expelled from there and came over here. And now she's also got her other pet projects going. And because I wouldn't be her one of her pet projects, she, left me in the dust. But now she's into the Palestinian crisis, and she's still got her hands in this bullshit. I know she does. And the same with this, I never will say his name, but there's this really gross middle to older age guy with like 3 names, and his first name begins with T. That's all I'm saying. Never gonna say his name because he's so gross and disgusting, and I have no history with him, and I want no history with him. But he is obsessed with all of us, and he's just so gross, and he's always lurking around. But anyways, he came from like the comic arena, and now he's just, he needs to get a job. All these people need to get jobs. It's gross. Hey, Marisa, I misspelled. Oh, CO Belf. Yeah, it's chairman of the board. I like to. Yeah, that's where you got it from. So it's like Davy Miscavige Elf, and he is hilarious. Oh wait, I didn't. Whoever CO Belf is, I do know the history of Echoplex Dave Linton. He's a wannabe Howard Stern who mocks Scientology victims. Yeah, definitely. And if you two want me to connect you, just let me know. What else we got? Doug, it doesn't matter if they don't do anything. This puts the ball in their court and lets them know that we know, right? And doing nothing speaks volumes very loudly. 100%. 100%. You hit the nail on the head on that one. Yeah. James Smith, the Aftermath Foundation Board insults our intelligence. Yeah, it's just so unprofessional and gross, you know? I mean, honestly, guys, as much as people have bitched and moaned about the SPTV Foundation, I can call up there and say, "Hey, what about this? Is this? Oh," and then he'll tell me what's going on or show me this stuff. I'm like, "Oh, okay," And he's been way, way, way more transparent than the Aftermath Foundation ever thought of being. That's for damn sure. Misty, the Aftermath people have broke all our hearts. We all loved and supported them, and they crapped all over everyone. Yeah, and Aaron aside, seriously, calling us keyboard warriors, fleas and dogs, spokesholes, all this bullshit, and then just meeting all you people that have said, all you supporters like Jerry and some in the chat here that have said that they've emailed Claire only to get crickets and tumbleweed. That's so unprofessional. They obviously don't want our support or our money or our eyeballs or anything. They want these nasty trolls around them. More power to you, but I can't support that, and I'm gonna fucking speak out about it too, because right is right, and especially if these people are coming after my children and me, gloves are off, and I will say that till the cows come home. Stacey Toms comment, I won a Claire Bear hoodie in one of their live videos once, and now I'm embarrassed to wear it, even though it's super comfy. Yeah, I have a Blown for Good zip up hunter green one. I still wear it once in a while. Actually, Kelly wore it when she's here. It's very comfortable, but I won't wear it out. And I did wear it on a couple streams just to be a little bit cheeky, because they were streams about what was going on with Mark and his awful community post that he ended up taking it down. Same with Matt Pesh. He ended up writing a nasty comment to Kelly Copter about her and about Aaron, and I've got the email from Mike saying that he said we told Matt Pesh to take it down. Very weird. So they have like their little mini cult going on. Tons of tangled webs. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Susie Alt, good to see you. Holly Lewis, Stephanie Hutchinson has some mental health issues. Her behavior reminds me of Munchausen syndrome by proxy, where she needs the attention so badly that yeah, I mean, I don't think she's done that. I really don't, again, I wouldn't have read that if I saw it, just because I don't like to bring up people's children. But yeah, there's something definitely very wrong going on there in her head. I don't know about her child. I'm not bringing him into it. And I only know it's a him because she said it is, but that's all I know about him. But yeah, I think you're right. There's definitely some real issues there. Joe McQueen, Mark and Claire have had a year to make things better. Good point. But they chose to make it worse. They are too high and mighty to respond. They deserve what they get, in my opinion. Well, that's okay. That's okay. That's up to them. That's up to them. And I would like to think that they have more integrity than that, But if they don't, I'm going to make it known, because no one fucks with my kids. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. That's my message to them. Hey, Mike Jesus. Hey there, friend. So good to see you. Glad you're here. Thank you for reading my letter. Thank you. Just a northern girl. I don't mean to sound callous, and I'm not saying Mike Rinder is saying about his illness being the reason he quit 2 boards, but could he be lying in order to stave off backlash? His word is mud after all. No, God forbid I should say that. Oh my God, that letter I got was just, you'd think I was worse than, somebody in Germany, like that guy, that leader in Germany from the 30s and 40s. Yeah, so I'm not going to speculate, but I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him, but I don't think. I think that he really is ill. And again, I don't wish him, any ill. I don't. Yeah, I hope he gets better. If he doesn't, I hope he has peace. If I were him, I'd take a long, hard look at my life. That's just me. Lathanda, it's a long game. I have been with the protests against Scientology since the early 90s here in Germany when Ursula Caberta worked against Scientology, and the work is still needed. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Marisa says, "Hi, George Massey. To everyone else, I really not. You are not crazy, woman. I talk to you like every day. I'm the crazy one, which I guess is my reputation on Reddit. Yeah, my reputation is worse than that. It's a weird compliment coming from Reddit because they stay away from me. Yeah, they do. They're like afraid of you. That's because you're tough. You're tougher than me. I'm always like, oh my God, I'm crying in my wine." I know I'm trying to take your advice, but I'm not doing it very well. Not doing a good job of it. Smith, I was a nurse for 28 years, and I would not recommend the Aftermath Foundation to any client. In my opinion, they're not safe. Yeah, this doesn't feel safe. It doesn't at all. I mean, can you imagine the people that are still in Scientology that want to get out, and if they find out that how they're treating, how they're allowing trolls, let me rephrase that. How they're allowing their super fans to treat parents like me that came out of other cults and were vulnerable enough to, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna make it through this sentence. To come clean and face accountability for what they did in the name of God or Xenu or whatever the fuck, right? In the name of a cult. And I give Cece, who I give her a lot of credit, an ex-Scientologist that was on Nora's channel the other day, and yeah, she was sharing about that, and she's very, very brave, and I give her a lot of credit, and I wonder what she would think about this, because it's just not right. It's just evil and wrong, and I really hope they make it right. And if they don't, if they make it right, I'll make that known. If they don't make it right, I'm gonna make that known too. Oh, Jennifer. Yeah, I love this cup. I thought I haven't taken it out in probably close to a year, but I was like, why not? And I'm sorry if I trigger anybody. I apologize, but I just needed a little something something tonight for myself. All right. Forces delightful nature. Kind of surprised and not surprised the Aftermath Foundation has not distanced themselves from these trolls. I mean, how hard is it? But maybe they're that stubborn. Like, I'm not going to let Marilyn win. I'm not going to let Aaron win. Okay, well, you can not let us win down the tubes with your charity. That's your choice. That's their choice. Just saying. I'm laughing at this. Marisa, I'm crazy and proud. I wear that badge with a vengeance. That's right. I know. I texted Hef and Mischief. And George, I'm like, I'm going live in 20 minutes. It's like, yeah, we're there. So I'm like, sorry guys, I've been working them very hard. Yeah, I've been doing this like twice a day. Oh, absolutely. Claire might be Mark isn't he goes into Discord. I've seen him talking shit about me in Discord. Yeah, it's disgusting. And oh my God, how high and mighty he is to talk about in his little spy file bullshit about how Osa was keeping an eye on him. He was blown for good in those message boards. I don't know if it was a Yahoo message boards or whatever, and all these evil Osa people when he's doing the same fucking thing. Shame on you, Mark. It's just gross. It's just terrible. Arkansas Flamingo, great letter. In my humble opinion, it'll fall on deaf ears. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Just call me Pollyanna, I guess. But I think you're right, unfortunately. I hope not. I hope you're not right. But I got to brace myself. I've got to come to terms with that. But that's okay because I'm not giving up. I'm like a dog with a bone. And like I said in that letter, it's like, I had given up on saying anything about the Aftermath Foundation until now. Until now, it's like it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong, you guys. It's on. So whatever. They can choose. Lathonda, it's actually a badge of honor to be called crazy by the Reddit group. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, Julia. Trolls need jobs. Yep. Mark's super disappointing. Yeah, very petty. It's just gross. This is what I said today. I'm going to say it again. If you like that kind of shit, own it. Don't pretend. Mike, Mark, Claire, don't pretend that you're so either out, like in the dark, don't know about it, or like we want to, we want to do that, or we're not going to talk about it, whatever. Like Alex, he knows what his mod is doing. He knows what the disgusting things that she's writing about the second gens, about me, about Aaron, about this SPTV Foundation. She's lying. It's like libel, the stuff that she's saying. And it's disgusting and it's bullying and all the things. Alex knows that. And you know why he puts up with it? Because he likes it. Secretly, he likes it. He's encouraging it by tolerating it. And he's just like, pip pip cheerio. Oh, I don't know. I don't tell my mods what to do on their free time. Why? Because you like it. I wouldn't have a mod that did that. And I talked about that before. My mods, like George has a channel. I like his channel. I watch all his videos because he brings the receipts. He's respectful. And yeah, he's tenacious too. And he's sometimes a little harsh, but hey, it's he's a little cheeky because he's English, he's British, but he's doing it out of the goodness of his heart because people like Miriam haven't had a voice, and he's helping them find their voice and use their voice. And I am 100% for that. He's not going around making comic books of people, calling them pieces of shit, calling people that are they're vulnerable and that are SA victims pieces of shit. It's disgusting. Gross. Shame. Oh, you did? Oh, I just got in an argument with comic. What's funny is that's one troll that I know he will he's so obsessed with me. Like he wants me to answer him so bad. And I absolutely refuse. It's so much fun to ignore him. But I engage with a bunch of other ones. But that particular one, he's trying to act like a legal scholar. Tell him to go back in his mom's basement and put away his Cracker Jack box with the law degree that he got along with somebody else that we know whose initials are CS, but we're not going to talk about him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Rabbit Fleet, did I get timed out for trying to share my Oh, if you try to share a link, YouTube automatically takes it down. So no, you're not blocked. I see you. Yeah, it's that's YouTube. It just doesn't allow you to share links in the chat, that's all. Sorry about that. If you wanna send me an email with a link, I can check it out, definitely. Hey, Sophie, good to see you, honey. Glad you're here. For some I love when you're a little cheeky. Yeah, I can't help it sometimes. Dianetics, Marisa, people, my mother was declared in 2006. She immediately jumped to the indie Scientology movement for a solid decade. The head honchos of the Aftermath Foundation still believe and practice LRH old school Scientology. I mean, I take your word for it because it certainly seems like they still practice it. Yeah, I don't know if they do auditing or all that. I know Mark and Claire have repeatedly say that they don't. They don't do any of that stuff, but they still act like OSA sometimes. But I don't know. I know that quite a few of them do still believe in some of it. So yeah, I don't doubt it. That's so funny that you're arguing with the comic book troll. You're definitely qualified to do that. I'm just like I'm so grossed out by him. I cannot engage him at all. Like he's invisible to me. He's absolutely invisible. Hey, Chatty Cathy, good to see you. Claire has always scared me. She appears to be someone who could do anything while keeping that smile on her face. No trust. Strange to see this unfold, but not surprised. Yeah, it's really sad because I really liked her and my heart does go out to her. I mean, can you imagine being stuck in that, what is it, Greenfields school, the one that Kelly went to? Yeah, not having your mom, you're like 4 years old. I mean, being in the cadet work, it's awful. And I'm sure she's a great mom. I'm sure she doesn't want her kids to go through that. But at the same time, come on, like just if you're not gonna be professional and address some of the issues, really shouldn't be president. You probably shouldn't even be on the board, you know? Leave it to somebody that wants to actually do the right thing, you know? Wear it proud. Inappropriate have. I always loved her name. Yeah, you would love her, Marisa. I had her. She and her fiance came and stayed here for what was it, a month ago now? Over a month ago. Wow. For a week in the holler. It was so much fun. I love them. Hmm. Love and Life. And Mark and Claire have a weird agreement with Scientology. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so, but you never know. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there, but there's something off, but I don't think that's it. Full out agreement. They're all in with, well, they sure seem to tolerate the fair gaming pretty well. But I don't think that they're in Scientology. I'm not gonna spread that rumor because I don't believe it. I don't think that's it. All right. You know what's funny is like when I read the comments, and a certain Stephanie Hutchinson likes to go and just read the transcript. So before you know it, she's just gonna, it was crazy because she did one, was it last week, where she was accusing Aaron of saying his mother saying that he threw his mother under the bus because he was revealing that she was diagnosed with like narcissistic personality disorder. He's not the one that said it. It was somebody standing next to him at a protest. It's like Miss Fact Checker. Yeah, really accurate fact checker of the universe. Whatever. Rabbit Fleet. I think ex-Scientologist foundations or groups need to be balanced with non-Scientologist members. 100%. Yeah, and not like 3 or 4 couples. That are all from Gold Base. That's just totally off. Totally off. Sophie, there's always cults of personality. 100%. Yep. Yep. Okay, just going through the comments. Okay. Holly Lewis, to be fair, Marilyn, Aaron made his own choice to go on Rabbit's show and tell his story about his marital status. The Aftermath Foundation did not out him. Wording matters, not trying to be, oh no, that's okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to think of the sequence of things. So, Aaron came out and explained that he had been kicked off the board. Then there was that worldwide whatever, forgot the name of the stream that Mike, Mark, and Claire did, where we were all called keyboard warriors and blocked. Okay. And then I think Aaron did another stream. And then when he came out later on, it was maybe weeks later, I'm not sure. What transpired before that was Claire, which I checked recently, and it's actually deleted off of the Aftermath Foundation website, as far as I could see. Not the website, the YouTube channel, where she came out and was reading from their code of conduct and their bylaws, saying that he had broken the moral, spiritual, traditional values. So that pretty much went under that. Yeah, he did go on Rabbits and tell the story about Juliana, but he had already told everyone, because of that statement, that, and I remember it wasn't on Rabbit, that her show, that he talked about having like an open marriage or whatever. And you know what? I don't even like to have that like leave my lips, because it's nobody's fucking business, and it's just like cringe, because I don't want to know. I'm not yelling at you, honey, but I'm just saying, like, the sequence of it all, they were pushing him to a degree, because coming out and saying that moral, spiritual, traditional values, like, dude, you guys all escaped I sound like Nora. Maybe I have a little too much wine. Not really. It came out of a cult, a fundamentalist, quote, religious cult. And so to put that on somebody, it's just disgusting and wrong. And yeah, he did choose to explain what happened with the Aftermath Foundation and all that. And that was several videos, but the one with Rabbit, that mostly was about what happened in LA and not with his marriage in general. So that's how I remember it. If I'm wrong, you can absolutely correct me, but I get what you're saying. And that was his choice to clarify things. But in my opinion, he wasn't just volunteering information for no reason. That's just my opinion. Sophie, I think if you want to practice it as consenting adults, whatever, just be honest about it. Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying about tolerating these trolls. If you like what they're doing, if you like the fact that they're coming after us, calling us pieces of shit and everything else and everything in between, Alex, just admit it. Just admit it that you like her channel. Don't be like, oh, well, pip, pip, cheerio. Like, it's bullshit. It's like, I'm just sick and tired of people being one way behind the scenes, talking shit about all of us and Aaron and everything else. And then it's like in the chat, like, why can't we all get along? And then on, screen, it's like being like, that's not what my channel's for, and he's just like doing this whole doe-eyed sweet freaking, part waves, right? Part the waves. Yeah, she doesn't get that right. But yeah, like I said this morning about the whole Oliver Twist act. He's just like, please, some more porridge, like, oh, I'm such a little wave. Like, come on, nobody's buying it anymore. You're so full of shit. And you're not all that. You're not single-handedly saving the UK from Scientology. I'm sorry. There's other heavy hitters that have come before you. So, blah. I get a bee in my bonnet about that. Okay, Marisa, I know this for a fact that the Headleys have actually had almost 20 years to denounce the L. Ron Hubbard and the KSW, so keeping Scientology working mindset. They have yet to do so. These folks view LRH as their god. That's why. Yeah, well, they obviously still have some of the practices. I don't know what they're, it's like I'm trying to tread lightly and give them the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know. It's like the evidence is pointing to what you're saying, unfortunately. I think you're right too, but I don't know for sure. Hey, Anna from Canada. Good to see you, friend. Starting from the beginning, I appreciate Marilyn very much. My husband and I grew up in high control groups and appreciate Marilyn's videos and her kind chat so much. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here, Anna. Appreciate you. Yeah. Ooh. Well, we've seen that in some channels, haven't we? One in particular, I think of, like being a crackhead running a rehab. Everyone knows you still practice it. Yeah, that's yikes. Yikes. Marisa, it's not that you're not tough, Marilyn. You are tough. The Reddit KKK clan. Oh shit. You were so fucking funny. Oh, oh my god, you crack me up. Guys, if you're not subscribed to at Dianetics, you gotta her videos are she just has me cracking up all the time. They're fanatically obsessed maniacs. They creep me out. I really just like people being invasive with me. I'm a mom bear too. Yeah. Oh my god, they are well, Mark Headley said it himself, super fans. Like, who has that kind of time? And they're not fighting Scientology, they're just talking shit about us and attacking our families. Nasty. Rabbit Fleet, comment, Marilyn, you should set up an Etsy shop, Etsy or other storefront to bring together all types of anti-cult artwork, not just Scientology. I do it, but overwhelmed with life. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very like, I guess I could, but I don't know. I'm intimidated by Etsy. I've heard a lot of things. It's like kind of a pain in the ass, but it's not a bad idea. I guess if somebody else did it, I would do it. I don't know. I have handled this channel somewhat, but yeah, I think I'm a little bit overstretched myself too. It reminds me of some things I got to do this weekend. Well, there's an extra day. Chatty Cathy, none of the SBTV folks claim perfection. The aftermath appears to deny any wrongs, being that they have been in so much power, they seem to hold themselves blameless. Yeah. And I think they're used to being like, yeah, the upper crust and cut above the rest where they don't have to answer to anybody, you know? They don't feel like they have to. But guess what? They do. If they're a public charity, they're running a public charity and they're asking the public for donations, they answer to you and 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 everybody. So it's bullshit. They should have thought about that. They need to take some courses, really. Kate Delay, you should always be proud of whatever they say. You broke the cycle, and that's the hardest part. Thank you. Yeah, and anybody that wasn't here watching the live earlier today, my daughter came in, she stole my ketchup and my juice, and she flipped off the trolls on camera, and oh my god, like it's just laughable to me that people will say, "Oh, your kids are worried about offending you, or they're uncomfortable and they're scared of you." It's like, are you kidding me? You guys that have met my kids, I'm scared of my daughter, and so are my sons and my hubby. She's a tough cookie. She's a very tough cookie. Bill Pessimist, I can't wait for the first SBTV Foundation fundraiser. Yes, me too. I trust Aaron with that money, and I'll be supporting again when it happens. Me too. And I know he's trustworthy. I have no doubts whatsoever. And that's one thing that was just so stupid and very overreaching to accuse him with the whole bank account thing. That's so stupid. Like Mrs. J, she's got to watch her step, because I know that the libel laws in the UK are way more strict than the US. That's for damn sure. PJ Mac, hi there. Better to be a Pollyanna than what they are. Thank you. Yeah, I think you're right. Hopefully. CEO Belf, great letter. Thank you, CEO Belf. Hopefully they will ditch the trolls and we can all move on, but that's probably wishful thinking. I mean, I hope so. And I meant what I said. If they do the right thing, I'll make that known. If they do the wrong thing, I'm gonna make that known too. It's up to them. It's not a threat. It's a promise. And it's just consequences. You know, there's good consequences sometimes and there's bad consequences sometimes. And, you know, they can choose. All right, I see your comment, Joel. You're very feisty, and I'm not going to read it just because if it shows up on the transcript, I'll get blamed for it. But yeah, I think you're right. Stacy Tons, I think even if it doesn't reach the ears you want it to, maybe it'll fall on someone's ears who needs to hear it or will pass along the word. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that they get it somehow. I mean, I know somebody that can probably relay the message, but I will definitely send it by email. And this is something I'm probably going to do a whole stream about, but Johnny Attack is no longer on the board of the Aftermath Foundation. I hadn't been checking frequently about when he resigned. I don't think there was any like big announcement like there was with Mike Rinder this past week. But Johnny Attack is no longer on the board. It's been to save face. They were saying that he was only temporary. I don't believe that's true. And I actually have some correspondence with him that I think it was over the summer. And he told me he was most likely going to step down, but he wanted to try to appeal to them. That one interview that he did with Mike really disturbed me. I really liked him up until then. When he did that, it really made me upset. But then when I had some correspondence with him, he redeemed himself a little bit in my eyes. So I'll just say that, I think I'm going to be talking about that as well. And listen, if this thing gets resolved before I get, before I keep going, but I've got tons of material, guys, and I'm just going to keep it up because like I said, I've got all the time in the world and I'm not playing. They kept come after my fucking family and, I'm good. I can keep going. So, yeah, I got all the energy for this. Janet from Another Planet, I would be totally shocked if you get a response or they do a video denouncing any of their so-called super fans. Well, you know what? I'm open to suggestions, guys. What do you think? Should we do some type of, I don't know, like, what do you call those? Will you write petition? Should we do a petition? I don't know. What do you think? Let's brainstorm. Maybe give them a few days, see what happens. And if they don't, what do you think? Just do a petition? I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. Oops, sorry. I don't know why this is. Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know. My mouse was acting weird. Marisa, all of them will resign instead of denouncing L. Ron Hubbard, which is why they're all resigning instead of taking a stance. Yeah. Yeah. Well, according to Mike, they were all going to resign, almost a year ago because they were going to find people to replace them, which, who did they find? Stephanie Hutchinson, she left. I can't even remember. It's like all a blur to me. Well, and then Johnny Tech left. Rachel's wife, Michelle, is still there. They have a new member. I can't remember her name. She came on, I guess, when Johnny Tech left. Yeah. Janet from Another Planet. Maybe they agree with the trolls. Maybe they do. Yeah. Maybe they do. And you know what? I'd have more respect for them if they just admitted it, especially like what I was talking about earlier with Apostate Alex. No more excuses, just either renounce it or own it. Country girl. Hey there. Well done, Marilyn. Keep up the fighting. I will. You don't have to worry about that. Giorgio, were you putting something up you wanted me to see? Oh, you're right. Phil Jones left. Yeah, interesting. We'd all go and pee on their grass. Well, first you can eat the grass and then pee on the eaten grass, right? Because that's, because we're heifers. Doug, Marilyn, I hate two-faced people. Mark and Claire, we see it's up to them to save their foundation, not us. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, can't they just, could they just ask somebody from the outside being like, hey, this is what happened. Come clean, be honest. I'm sure that they wouldn't have said, I have a great idea. Why don't you align yourself with a bunch of drunken trolls and shit on everybody that you've already shat on a year ago? That's a great idea. Not. I mean, come on. Yikes. Yuck. Gross. Brenda, I'm confused about Mark, Claire, and Mike's agenda. Can they be stupid enough to believe that if they destroy Aaron Smith Levin and all desert him, that those folks will turn back to them? That's only the only goal that makes sense. Yeah, I think there's a lot of like hatred, water under the bridge, revenge, motivation. But you're right. You're absolutely right. Who would go back to them? Only people that you probably wouldn't want on your side, like these drunken trolls, yikes. No, thank you. No, thank you. Agreed. Rabbit Flea, I'd like to get into Stephanie H's brain to understand where she comes from because her posts and articles are logically perplexing. Yeah, it's like, whoa. Yeah. The worst comic book troll in the world. Yes. Ever. Dianetics, it's the same thing as asking a Christian to publicly state that they think Jesus was what's FOS? I can't, my eyes are getting blurry. FOS. You know what that is? Yes. Okay. Tell me what it is. I'm not sure. Okay. He's telling me. Oh, duh. Okay. Thank you. I usually have to ask my kids when I see stuff like that. I'm like, Carter, what's that? He's like, Mom, why do you need to know that? Because someone sent it to me. He's like, Mom, get off the internet. Okay. See, where am I? Okay, here it is. It's the same as asking a Christian to publicly state that they think Jesus was full of shit. Okay. I'm not saying that to be blasphemous either. It's literally how these longtime Sea Org execs think. LRH is their God? Yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you think about that, Marisa? Because I can totally see that, but at the same time, like, is it because of like Leah Remini's influence that they went along with the Aftermath show? Because they really, who's texting me? They really went hard on LRH in that series, don't you think? Because they had so many people on that exposed his bullshit. So it's just interesting to me because I do see how they seem to be still attached to him and his teachings and all that. But at the same time, yeah, it's like they went along with trashing him too. So, sorry, I'm just reading something. Okay. Apologize for that. But yeah, that's wild. I would love to see, maybe we can do a stream because I would love to pick your brain about all this stuff because it is very perplexing. It really is. It's just, I don't know. I don't know the history of it all. So it's just hard to connect all the dots, but I can connect the dots with the trolls because I do have a history with them. That's for damn sure. Brenda says, I wonder if Marisa is right about Claire, Mark, and Mike still being independent Scientologists secretly. Seems more important and likely. Seems more and more likely. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to ask some people that were closer to them and see what they say. I'm not really sure. It's very interesting. All right, just going down the line, just trying to catch up. Kate Delight, my mother is out of Scientology since 2003, but with all the years in, it's really hard to have a conversation with her. It's like she still thinks Scientology. It's weird. Yeah, I mean, of course, I was never in Scientology. My parents were never in Scientology. My adopted parents, obviously, my real parents never were either. But as far as the Christianity goes, I think it still does affect my family. And my mother, my adopted mother, she was like, she said it like born on the pew. Her uncle founded the church that we grew up in, the Assemblies of God. And yeah, she still has that mentality, even though she has abandoned quite a bit of it, but it really messed her up. It really fucked her up. And all the guilt and the obligation and the shame, it's still there. It really is still there. And actually, I've been thinking about trying to bring myself to connect with her more. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot, I think, because she is in her mid-70s, and I don't want to have any regrets. And now, starting to understand a little more because I'm still unpacking my own stuff and being good friends with ex-Scientologists and hearing about their parents being so brainwashed and indoctrinated in a religion or whatever you call it, in a high control group. I'm starting to understand a little bit of maybe where my mom was coming from and maybe be able to forgive a little bit that I haven't been able to. I feel pessimist. That made me just think about Cheryl doing a video from Aaron's ass. That was hilarious. That was funny. She's so funny. The interview that she did with Kelly, that Kelly produced today, that she premiered today, was awesome. I just loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Yeah, it was Feral Cheryl. I was right there next to her. I was watching. I was modding, I think. How lazy with your report. I know. But she's the world's best fact checker. Just saying. It's so gross. They started getting super sloppy because you know what? They were just like, they're in, there's like probably 8 or 10 of them all told, right? And they're in Reddit and they're stupid enough and lazy enough to use the same artwork, the same fonts, same this, same that. It's just maybe get a little more creative, but no, they got cocky and sloppy. Dumb criminals. Marisa says, my parents to this day won't denounce L. Ron Hubbard. They think the government and CIA killed him. Oh, God. They think he's man's salvation. Wow. Well, so does the Aftermath crew. They've been my mom's mentor since 2006. Interesting. Yeah, I would love to talk more with you about that, if you don't mind. It's very interesting to me. Constance June, so is the Aftermath low on funds. According to taxes, they had 2,220 or 2020 or 228,000. Okay, let's try this again. 228,000 at the beginning of the year. I don't know if they're low on funds, but I doubt they still have that amount. I really doubt it because I'm sure they've been doing some good with it, but they've also been paying people. They've been paying people like Mitch Brisker, Alex Barnes Ross, Catherine Olson, God knows who else. All these people that have been trashing a lot of the survivors and working behind the scenes to feed these trolls and be assholes about it. Yeah, I think that they are probably going to scrape bottom at some point, and they might be freaking out. And that's why they think that this big push to sell all these Leah Remini bobbleheads that used to work when all of you and us and everybody, thousands and thousands of people would tune in. Now they only get a couple thousand people views, and some of them might be even hate watchers. So yeah, I don't know. I think they're screwed. I do. Unless they maybe start being honest and start being a little more friendly with the general public, Hey, Mango Tea, good to see you. Hey, y'all, just tuning in. Good to see you. Wondering how you're doing. How you feeling? How's Chance doing? If you can tell us anything, that'd be great. Sophie says, Marisa, I believe you on that. Yeah, it could very well be true. Serrani, Mike Render is quiet on YouTube. Yeah, he hasn't been on YouTube in a while that I know of, but he also has, I don't know if he's been posting the last few days or a week or so on his blog, but I guess, his he's not doing very well with his health. So I wish him the best. I hope he gets better. I don't wish him any ill, and I hope that, his family's doing okay. And my heart goes out to all of them, honestly. I don't wish that on anyone. Cancer sucks. It's terrible. So Lori plays her POW. Are you talking about Claire's video? Yeah. That was just very cringy. Very, very cringy. Brenda, if Mark, Claire, and Mike don't think or care to win back ASL's followers, then their attacks on him seem only driven by evil motives of spite and vengefulness. Yeah, I think the latter is true from what I've seen. Yeah. Holly, I think the ethics letter was after Rabbit's show, but I have to go back and check. I understand he felt pressured. However, it was because of the Juliana girls. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure anybody has a better memory than me. I want to say that what Lori called the POW video from the aftermath. I don't know if we even can. There might be some record of it somewhere else, but I think that was taken down. So I probably did some commentary on it. Maybe we can figure out what the dates were. But to me, it doesn't really matter because I'm not really worried about it. But if somebody is, they can probably do some investigating and figure out the chronological order of it all. It might even have been mentioned on that thing, the interview that Rabbit and Aaron did, because I think it was after that, but I could be wrong. Hey, Vanessa, I'm late again. I read your open letter and commented that it's well written. Thank you. It may not make any difference. Yeah, I want us to be wrong. I really do. But I'm not going to give up because I feel like it's wrong. It's wrong for them to ignore this. And they can ignore it all they want. It's not going to go away. That's how I feel. Anyways, it just shows what they're really about, right? It says way more about them than it does about us. Hef, I cannot stand toxic positivity. It's a fake as fuck. 100%. Oh, guys, you're killing me. Oh, you're killing me. You're probably right. I know. I gotta face it, but I'm sure your letter will fall on deaf ears. Nobody there cares about making things right. They're all gaga over. Oh, L wrong cupboard. They think he's a genius. Yeah, well, I'm not letting up on the trolls. That's for damn sure. So if they want to harbor the trolls and all that, that's fine. But if the trolls keep going, I'm gonna keep going. That's all there is to it. And nothing about, yeah. It's doesn't bother me any. I can do this all day, all night. Oh. What is a super fan? That's good. Well, that's what Mark called these trolls super fans that he's working with. What do you guys think? I would think a super fan would be somebody like, well, a fan comes from fanatic, so they're fanatical, they're obsessed, and you've heard of what a stan, right? Like Swiftie, like Taylor Swift stans. I believe it's a combination of a stalker and a fan. So they're aftermath stans, stalker fans, stalker fanatics. And if they haven't shown you that they're capable of being crazy, obsessed stalker fanatics, I don't know what, man. They are like, wow, wowza. Hey, Giorgio, if you're tired, you can abandon me. You okay? All right. Because I usually wrap it up at an hour and 30, but yeah. I'm still hanging out. My hubby's sleeping. My dogs are sleeping. And while I can still see straight, I'll try to read some more. See, Marisa, the ENM dating world makes up at least 30% of online dating. The husbands and wives are cool with it. People need to stop knocking Aaron for that because it isn't 1940 anymore. It is what it is. Exactly. Like, how do they think that makes anybody, really care? It's like, I'm more concerned with IOSA and people acting like Scientologists and fair gaming people and covering up crimes and child SA. That bothers me more than you know, what we're talking about is like, even if, the argument I keep seeing is this thing is like, oh, well, Aaron's wife didn't know. She never agreed to this, blah, blah, blah. Even if she didn't know and she didn't agree to open marriage, that's their business. But like, call the cops then. You can't. I mean, come on. Like, shut the fuck up and mind your business. That's what I would say. That's just my humble opinion. I yell humble. Humble opinion. Yeah. Lady Pamela, Brenda, Aaron was blindsided by that. He thought that they loved and cared about him. Came from nowhere as far as he saw. It was all very sad. I think that they are just good at being sneaky. Yeah. Yeah, they are and they aren't because he was aware towards the end that they were trying to get him out. And supposedly, this whole thing, Stephanie just keeps she's like a dog with a bone of he should have just resigned like he promised. You know what? Shut the hell up, Stephanie. Like, oh, so he should have succumbed to their pressure and their culty threats and all that. Like, no, like, just shut up, Stephanie. You don't know what you're talking about. Whatever. Just a Northern Girl, the Aftermath Foundation thought that they could spin their BS about Aaron in their favor. He did his first live from England. Yep, setting the record straight about his personal life, and they forced his hand, and they lost. They did. Yep, they lost. Oh well, they should have maybe treated people a little bit better. A little bit better. Brenda, Marilyn, I think your open letter is brilliant. I don't know even if they responded in a good way, I could ever trust them again. Maybe if they confess some of specific sins they committed in Scientology. That's fair. That is fair. I get what you mean. Totally. Hey, Heather. Heather Triple H. I love that. I love that handle. Good to see you. Been a little while. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate that. They never let Aaron because he wasn't in the cult's inner circle and held no real position of power. They are part of the ex-Scientology elites. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I think you may be right. Doug, people that far up in Scientology, it is engraved in them. You can remove a person from OSA Scientology, but you can't remove OSA and Scientology out of the person without deprogramming. Yeah, that's fair too. I don't know if any of them have had like counseling, therapy. I mean, that might help, but Marisa, like how Marilyn will be able to detect people who still believe in the Holy Ghost and speak in tongues. Yeah, that's true. Well, I know who are Hubbardites. They've been experiencing them since 1978. Yeah, that's actually a good point. I gotta tell you a story. This is really funny. So when I first started my Facebook group, there was this lady in Coffee Cults and Crafts Facebook group. It was before I even had my channel. Well, maybe my channel was new, and I had some mods, and I had one mod that was kind of like very no nonsense, right? And there was this lady that every morning she would very cheerfully put this post up like good morning, like almost like obnoxious, like about, it was always about coffee. And I thought she was pleasant enough, and I kind of knew because she had messaged me a few times, and I sort of knew her story and everything. And this mod of mine, she did not trust her. She was like, there's something wrong with this woman. I can't stand her. She just wanted to block her. She's like, I'm watching her. I'm like, why? She's just putting up cheerful things every morning. She's just like, is something wrong? I'm like, okay, let me tell you something. She's Pentecostal. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, except she says she's ex-Pentecostal, but I think she's still Pentecostal. And that's why she's a little bit out there and a little obnoxious and a little way too toxically positive. But I got her. I understood. So yeah, I understand, Marisa, what you're saying, because I can spot a Pentecostal mile away. So agree on that. Stacey Toms question: do you think anyone has alerted Mark and Claire about the connections of Pete Jensen and that Maria Chick 2 hate websites? 100%. 100%. And I read a public, well, Jerry Nodine, aka Sarasota Jerry, wrote them an email, I think 2 nights ago. He sent it to me. I asked for permission to read it. I think I read it today, last night. I don't remember when I read it, but it was recently. I think maybe last night. But he gave me permission to read the email. He sent it to Mark and Claire. As far as I know, Claire hasn't answered him yet. There is also somebody that I know has talked to Claire directly. And I don't know if anything came of it. I haven't heard anything. I think they just kind of like, oh, I didn't know that. And then nothing else came of it. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm really hoping something else will happen. And people could say, why didn't you go to Claire privately? Well, I have in the past, and it hasn't worked out whatsoever. So, and I've gone back and forth with Mike. That didn't work out. I talked to John Atack. He ended up leaving and nothing changed, I never talked to Phil Jones. I don't know. I know he still supports the Aftermath Foundation, and that's great. I don't think the Aftermath Foundation itself is a bad thing, and go ahead and support it. But this other shit is wrong. I'm sorry. You don't come after my kids. I don't know how many times I can say that till I'm blue in the face. And that's what I did. I said stuff, that I felt about what happened with the Aftermath Foundation. I was blue in the face for months. I stopped being blue in the face, and guess what? That the trolls latched onto me because it was fun, not because I was fucking saying anything. They're doing it because they like to be evil, and once they came after my kids, I like to think they regret it, but if they don't, they're probably gonna pretty soon, because I'm not giving up, and I still have stacks of receipts. They don't have to give me any more material, but if they do, I'll use that too. No problem. No problem at all. Yeah, that would be awesome, Marisa. Yeah, she's been on with me twice. We've done, or no, 3. We've done quite a few, right? I'd love anytime. You don't even need an invitation, Marisa. You know that. You know that. So yes, the short answer is they do know. They do know. Yeah, this is interesting. If they denounce LRH, they'll be disconnected from the independent Scientology community. That's more important to them. Really? Huh. That's very interesting. I got a lot of questions. Do I want to put this up? I will. Okay. I will try to tread lightly on this one. Okay, Brenda. Amy Scobie seems sincere in her Christian belief. I would like to hear from her again out of curiosity, not trust. I don't know enough about her true self to begin to have an opinion. I did like her. And that's fair. I have nothing against Christianity. I try to be very respectful, but yeah, I saw some very non-Christian like behavior from her. So I don't know. That's really I got triggered sometimes when she would go on and quote scripture like on her when she did those world things with I don't know. I don't even want to get into it. I did do a stream. I think it's still up. It's called Abuse from the Top instead of Abuse at the Top. You can go back and look in my lives and um yeah, I was pretty harsh, but I was pretty pissed too. So I try to be respectful of people's faith, but the only thing I think that I said in the beginning was I was a little suspicious of the whole dog situation. Might be a little sus. I got really crucified on that one. Touche. I don't know. I never knew that her dogs were supposedly foster dogs, but whatever. That's the only thing I might have regretted saying, but the rest of it, I think I pretty much still stand by that. So, yeah. Oh my God, you said Mitch Brisker out loud. Whoa, no. I don't want to be like Beelzebub, I only said it twice. That's right. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Old Frez. I wish the bloody IRS would move quicker with the approval of a nonprofit. Can't wait to stick it to the haters. Hey, well, you know what? Revenge donations work too. As long as your money's green, who cares, right? Or whatever color it is in other countries. Oh my God. I happened upon this the other day that it's like a $5 bill. I don't know what it's really worth in Australia, but when Hef and Alan came here, he gave me this. It's like plastic. It's beautiful. I'll have to show it to you. It's got I think it's got the Queen on it, and it's a $5 bill, and it's got like these kind of like not holes, but like transparent, like little. It's beautiful. It's very colorful. Of the show is very, very, very pretty. It's not like tear, you can't tear it or anything. But yeah, so that money's not green, but it's still money. Phil Pessimist, I raised a red flag about Alex a long time ago, and it didn't go over well in the community. Well, I saw some red flags from the beginning, but I didn't say anything, and now I'm talking. Now I'm talking because we're connecting the dots. We are connecting the dots. Mason McNally, Mrs. J hasn't been modding in 4 weeks. Okay, well that's good. That's good. She's still making hate videos, and I haven't heard Alex, backpedal on that or make an announcement or apologize for tolerating her. So thanks for the information, but I'd like to hear it from the horse's mouth. Because why not? Because why not? But thank you for the super chat anyways. Hey, Lathanda Rocklinga, thank you so much for the super chat. All those ex-execs on the Aftermath Foundation board were fine with all the abuses until it became uncomfortable for them. 100%. And that's why we always talk about it, and the books are always about it, and all the Scientology stories are about it. It's, yeah, beginning to think Marissa's probably right because it's all about Davy and not really about LRH. On the AF board, we're fine with all the abuses until it became uncomfortable for them. That's when they left and spoke out against the abuse at the top. It was always about them. Seems like it to me too. I don't doubt it, honestly. I really don't doubt it. Paula Candeloro. This is a good point. Okay. Listen, you guys, I listen. I put stuff out there and I'm like, hey, what do you think about it? And I really want to know. I really want to know what you think. Expecting anything from them gives them power over you. You're waiting and they will keep you waiting. Okay. All right. That's a good point. Yeah. I wrote the letter and it's there. And yeah, maybe it's just there as a milestone memorial. It's just there. And yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. Fuck that. I'm not gonna expect shit. But I know what I'm doing. I'm not stopping. So we can have a standoff forever, but I'm not staying still. They might be. But they preach about exposing the abuses, the abusive practices. Okay, I can say it over and over because I've heard it 1,000 bajillion times. We need to keep our eye on the mountain and keep exposing the abusive practices of Scientology. Well, you know what? There's some abusive practices of ex-Scientologists going on, and I'm going to expose that shit too, because they're doing way more damage. These trolls and these people that are fucking liars and abusers and accusing us of being abusers, they're doing more damage to the ex-Scientology community than OSA is. So, and they're doing more damage to some of the survivor. So, they can bite me, So, that's fine. I don't care what they do. But yeah, I was hoping, because I try to believe in humanity. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I want to think the best of people. I really do. But it's okay if they don't say anything. It's fine. Trisha, Mark would rather walk on hot coals than ever admit any wrong. You're probably right. You're probably right. I would hope that's not true, but you know what? Fine. It's going to be chronicled. It's going to be exposed. So they can do that. And guess what? I'm going to make it known. Just like I'll make it known if they do the right thing. You better fucking believe you bet your bippy, whatever the hell that is, that I will make sure that people know that too. So, yeah. Mason McNally, bullies suck, but the more you fight them, the more they love it. Fortunately, I don't agree with that, because I cowered to bullies for many, many, many years. I cowered to bullies and let them know I was afraid of them, let them know that I wasn't going to fight back, for many years in school, many years in the cult. And guess what? They didn't stop. They loved that. They loved the fact that they could get to me. Now I'm fighting back and exposing them. And all of a sudden it's like, cat got their tongue. And I'm going to let them know that I'm not putting up with it. So, I respect your position, but I humbly and respectfully disagree from my own, from my own, experience and perspective. And I'm going to stick up for my kids and myself and my family. So, but I get what you're saying. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I've been sitting on a lot of this stuff for over a year, and I think enough's enough. A year is enough. A year is enough. Margie, they didn't get out of Scientology because of LRH policies. They left because of little baby. Yep. Agreed. Janet from another planet. What went on or didn't go on between Aaron and Heather is their business. Exactly. How does that affect a foundation? Exactly. 100%. I know, Lady Pamela. So true. Like, they just blow it out of proportion. And even to this day, like, when I talked, and this is no secret, I talked to Stephanie on the phone. Oh God, I let her go on for like 2 hours. And while we were on the phone, she was looking up the laws in Florida about foundations. She's nuts, man. She's totally out there. But she kept saying over and over and over, oh, I was like, where's the smoking gun stuff? Oh yeah, there's things they're trying to protect Aaron and his family and his children. They still have more to say. They've got like a smoking gun. Like, I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Because every time they try to have there's a video from CBS. Oh, there's that, or is that? It's never, yeah. It just kind of goes, wah, 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 wah. Yeah. That's why he told us about his private life. Right. So, yeah, he chose to talk about it, but he talked about it for a reason. Not because he wanted to burn our ears, which he did. Janet, they had over 45,000 subscribers and now they have 37,000. That's a huge amount. People who have left. Yeah. And a lot of those probably don't even know they're subscribed, because if they don't, a lot of the 37,000 that are left, because they don't get that many more views than little channels like mine, and they've got all the subscribers. And we know that from Chris Shelton. He it's a good day if he can pull 1,000 views. So, because nobody really is listening to him anymore either. Just a lot of people don't know that they're even subscribed. Because if they don't have the notification bell on, I'm probably subscribed to a bunch of channels I don't even know about. Who knows? Okay, I gotta unstart some of these that I already read. Marisa, for each year these ex-Scientologists spent in Scientology, they can spend 1 year reading the Bible. That's when I believe they are truly evangelical Christians. Amy, Scientology has about 20 years to go. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I remember, okay, I'm going to say this. I remember she did an interview. Oh God, it has to be 2 years now. 2 years ago now. She did an interview with Aaron. I bet it's on his channel. I'd like to find it. And she was talking about her Christian faith, how she had converted into Christianity. And he asked her some really good questions. He said, do you believe? He's like, I don't really believe in that. He's like, I don't think people, I don't really believe in hell. And I don't think, a God, I don't know how exactly he said it, but something that a lot of people say, and I've said too. It's like, how can a God of love throw somebody in hell and burn forever and ever? And her answer to that was that people choose to go to hell because they reject God. Now, I don't buy that shit for a minute. That's what I was always told, is basically you brought it on yourself. So what she's saying is God is a narcissist, and is basically saying, if you don't love me, worship me, and adore me, lay down your life for me, and tell everybody about me, you're going to hell because you chose to do that. I don't know. And people that believe that, that's fine. That's fine. But, again, like I always say, I like to quote my favorite comedian, one of my favorite comedians, Cheryl Wheeler, who I've actually met her. She's like, if the Lord is telling you what to do, beautiful, fine, wonderful, amazing. If the Lord is telling you to tell me what to do, then we have a problem. So that's my mantra right there. Buckled up Buttercup. I think nailing them and exposing them is better than trying to ignore them. Listen, I've tried to ignore them. They went after my kids. I'm not ignoring it anymore. And now they're cowering, and they should, because I can do this till kingdom come, because I know I'm strong. I'm weak, but I'm also strong. And yeah, this doesn't bother me one bit. One bit. Marisa, I grew up with experiencing the anti-Christian sentiment with Scientology. LRH and DM both taught that Christianity is for morons. I'm just laughing because it's just crazy. Jesus was an implant to keep mankind dumb. South Park episode. Yeah. Right. Isn't that crazy? And, I mean, they might all be bullshit, but their bullshit isn't any worse than LRH's bullshit or whatever. You know what I mean? Lafonda said, absolutely. Marisa, I admire your deep insight into the cult and the anti-Scientology sphere. I always learn more from your videos. 100%. And she's a great friend, and she's always there for me to lift me up because I get myself into a lot of holes sometimes. And she always tells me like it is, and I love it. Yeah, I don't know as far as why they wouldn't help. I don't want to assign them any prejudice or whatever. I don't have any reason to believe that, except maybe, I don't know. I hope that's not the truth. And maybe I'm being way too Pollyanna and giving them way too much the benefit of the doubt tonight. I don't know. The only thing churchy about Scientology is their judgment of others in the morality space. Yeah, they're very in the 50s. It's crazy. That and the big empty buildings, really. Abigail, in my opinion, hey there. My opinion, it appeared they hired Stephanie and John Atack to diversify the board, negate the claims that it's made of 3 couples. With both of them out, they're more or less back where they started, unfortunate. Yeah, so I can break that down for you a little bit. For one thing, it is all volunteer. I've never had any reason to believe that they're doing anything untoward with the finances. They weren't hired, but they were invited onto the board. So I'll give you, yeah, that's true. The other thing is, okay, so right now, excuse me, as far as I know, there has been a little bit of a mix up with the board. I forgot her name, but there's a woman that has replaced John Atak's position. And then you still have the three couples minus Mike. So you've got Christy, and I think what is she, the secretary, maybe? And Claire is the president. Yes, okay. So Claire is the president and the treasurer, Giorgio. Okay, president and treasurer. And then you've got, okay, so Mike has stepped down. And then you've got Amy and Matt, I think, are still listed as on the board. Am I right, Giorgio? Okay. So you've got Mark and Claire and Amy and Matt. Is it Ray Jeffries? The lawyer is still on there. Rachel's wife, Michelle, is on there. I believe still. He's looking. I think he's looking. And then one other woman. I think that's it. Because John, so they've had a lot of people leave this past year. Yeah. Okay. And I'm not sure is Bruce Hines listed as, no, he's not. Well, he's not on the board. He would be, if he's executive director, that is usually a paid position, and it's a non-voting member of the board. Helen. Okay. Helen's something. Yeah. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. So, okay, I've got a few more. They call Marilyn a C word, yeah, but are mad that Aaron used it. Oh, yeah, interesting. That is true. That is true. And I never did anything to them, so I don't know. Yep. Stephanie has shown herself to be straight up malicious and manipulator of facts and data. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Yep. She spins the quote facts and data the way she wants. Lena, you're awake? Oh my goodness. Hey. Good morning. Is that right? I remember right. Okay. Thank you. Oh, this was a while ago. Whoops. I got to scroll down. I thought we were talking about the board. Hey, Cece, good to see you. Someday we will be reading the leaked OSA programs to take down the Aftermath Foundation. Oh boy, wild. Cece, are you the lady that did that video with Nora recently? I can't really tell by your profile picture, but if you are, thank you. It meant so much to me. And I don't want to cry again, so, but thank you. Oh, Michelle Adair. Yeah, that's Rachel's wife. Christy Colburn, yeah, is secretary. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Hey, Chato, good to see you. All right, this was like 20 minutes ago. All right, I'm going to try to just catch up here. Mason, not sure why you're saying that, but check his streams. Receipts matter. Well, he saw, okay, let's break this down. Giorgio, behave yourself. I did a video this morning. I also had a community page post up. Alex commented on it. He only spoke to the thing about Liam, saying that he didn't think he as far as he knew, he was not in the Discord, the leader of the Discord anymore. He said, as far as he knew, nothing had been said about it that I know of. He didn't seem to know for sure. And yeah, I'm not taking their word for it. And now, so Mason, are you saying that I need to go and look at, I don't really feel like watching all of his material for the past 4 weeks. But yeah, feel free to email me if you've got some kind of statement that would show receipts, because I want to see your receipts. Okay. So you got receipts, email me at Coffee Cults and Crafts. Okay. Thank you. All right. Next. But thank you anyway. Yeah. Stop spamming, dude. You know, you can go away if you're just going to be malicious like that, you know, like whatever. So this was like 25 minutes ago. Maybe he's gone. But yeah, you got receipts. Oh, he's gone. Okay. You got receipts. Go ahead. He was excused. Gotcha. Hey, Destiny. Hey, friend. This was like 20 minutes ago. Hope you're still here. How's your hair? Lori. That's what I found. Sus the dogs. Yadira. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad you're here. Yadira, glad you're here. No one show for treasurer. Yeah, I think that's Claire. Which is legal as far as like what as far as I know. In Massachusetts it is. This is a good point, Marisa. My attitude is you don't get a free pass making fun of Christians and joining an anti-Christian cult for 30 years, then praising Jesus for 1 week, as if their hatred for Christians suddenly disappears. Yeah, that's interesting. That is fair. Okay. See if I missed anybody else. Caroline in Canada, replay tonight. Awesome. South Park nailed exactly what Scientology is about. It's funny, short, and definitely true. Yeah. I love the South Park version of Xenu. That's why I crochet it all the time. I love it. That was really, really fun to do the hat for. Actually, I think I have it right here. Yeah. I think I'll wear it. Yeah. Actually, it's kind of comfy. Anyways, Yadira, you're killing me, Smalls. Oh no! Oh, stop! Now it's in my head. Thanks a lot. The Bible, yes, that's the book for me. I stand alone in the Word of God. The Bible. Oh my God. It's like this is so weird because Hef and I, we were raised in the same church, cult, whatever. We never knew each other until now, but yeah. So funny. Rachel Hastings, that's her name. Yes. Thank you. Oh, that is you. Oh, okay. Yes, that was very touching. I don't know if you know my story, but I was second generation in a cult, but I had children while I was there. And excuse me, I had been in a commune type cult that was an offshoot of the cult church, whatever, that I grew up in. And when I had my children, they believed like the Duggars do. They followed the same. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. They followed the same principles that the Duggars did with corporal punishment. Unfortunately, I refused to do things like the blanket training, all the terrible things that you see in that that you hear about in that documentary. But I came out and was talking about how, I'm not proud of it, but I did wrap my kids on the butt with a wooden spoon and things like that. And just this past week, these trolls that the Aftermath Foundation people are working with and refusing to distance themselves from, came out and made a series of videos, 2 videos that are just awful, calling me a child abuser. And they were like, some videos. And they put my daughter on the video. And this happened 20 years ago, but they're digging this up now to hurt me. And so, the last 4 days, I've been like a fucking dog with a bone. I've been on twice a day and I'm exposing those assholes. And now I'm trying to appeal to the Aftermath Foundation to make some kind of statement because I want people to be able to come out of the cult, people like me, people like UCC that are willing to talk about things. So I really appreciate your honesty. So I just wanted to tell you that. But yeah, I'm sorry. I can't really talk about my kids without crying, and yeah, it really got me. And so I'm really glad that there's others that are willing to talk about things. So anyways, bless you. Marisa, if there was an ultimatum for the remaining board members to say, I do not believe in LRH or resign, they will all resign because they are all advocates of free zone independent Scientology. I had no idea. That is wild. I really don't understand that. It's crazy. Yeah, I have seen this. This is correct. I have definitely seen this. Mark Fisher is always bragging about how great auditing is in his videos. To this very day, he's another indie amongst other repulsive things. Yeah, it's like whatever, but just don't lie about it. Be honest about it. It's like whatever. Like someone said earlier about consenting adults. I really don't think children should be audited. It seems like it could be a very harmful practice for children. But oh, thanks, Lori. Appreciate that. I would totally wear that thing out. Yeah, it's pretty comfy. I'm surprised it actually fits me. I have a big head though, big fat head. They'll be doing a video about that. Hey, good to see you, Sen. Oh, hell no. Hope you're doing okay, honey. Amen to that. I was in a Christian cult and love to say the Bible was written by a bunch of dudes. Yeah, I agree. Oh, good night. Oh my God, it's 12:30 here. So what is it, 10:30 where you are, Joel? Oh my goodness. Pat O, I've been saying that for ages. I don't know what you're saying, but I believe you, Pat O. I believe you. Yeah. CC, they are OSA copycats fighting the wrong enemy. They are true SPs. I believe you. That's gross. It's just so sad. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate you. William, hi there. Could you go into more detail in your next letter to the Aftermath Foundation? The current one was a tad skimpy. Are you joking? Because it was pretty long. It was probably one of the longest letters I've written ever or in a long time. But it's like trying to lay it all out, in one letter. It was a lot. Yeah. Thank you, Cece. We'll all sleep better after this. I know I will. And I appreciate you all being here. And I really, really value you all. I really do. I can't say it enough. Okay. See if I got. Thank you. I'll try not to. Don't cry. We're all here together. Yeah. I appreciate you. Mason McNally. Alex knows what he has. Yeah. You know what, Mason? Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. I ain't playing. Okay. Anyways. Okay. I don't know. Is this processing endorses getting grades and all that? I'm ignorant to all that stuff, and I'm kind of glad. I don't really want to know about it all. Yes, Cece, you are very brave. You are an inspiration, and I can't thank you enough for sharing with us all. Thank you so much. Nikki Neverend, I love you streaming at this time. It's 4:30 p.m. here in Melbourne. All right, then. That's awesome. It's so good to see you. What a one in the chat. If you think literally no one should write another letter to Claire. That was Giorgio that wrote that. I want to see a full video of all this. I think we need to nominate Giorgio for that. One in the chat. Okay. Did you already write a letter to Claire? Yeah, write another letter. Okay. Oh, it's past your bedtime. You're right, half about the Bible, I think, but I try to tread lightly because I don't want to shit on anyone's religion, which is fine. Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you, is what my gran always said. I don't know why. My sister Sherry always said, don't let the door hit you on the way out or something like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. I guess I need to wind down and go to bed, but it's been great hanging out with you guys. One more Xena Marlene for the road. And I'll probably be on tomorrow with more antics because guys, I'm not giving up. And I'm like a dog with a bone, and I want things to be set right. And if they're not, that's okay, because I got all the time in the world. I will mix it up after, when I wind down a little bit, I'll mix it up with some actual cult material. But to me, this is pretty fucking culty. What do you think? I think this is a little bit of a study in cults. Unfortunately, I think we got one in our midst. So our midst, is that how it says? Yeah, not our mist. Yeah. All right, everyone. Have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night. Xenu Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why, my hubby makes the coffee.